Okay, here is the down and dirty video on how to use your editable choice board templates. When you open the file, you have two products. You'll have two files actually, a landscape version and a portrait version. They're set up this way so that you can print them to use them in the classroom on paper, or you can use them digitally with distance learning. So here's an example that I made of mine. These are the things that you can move around. So I've gone in and I've put in an example of what we would do during a typical week in my classroom during our reading block. Okay, I've kept the center box as free, but you can always change that and make that another activity. All of the icons are here. There's 9 of them, and they come stacked on top of each other. You can easily delete these if they don't suit your taste for your students. If you work with older students, you can change them to match the unit of the week. I work with 7-year-olds and they love all these fun little different images that I have in here. But the way that you change them is you need to get the add-on flat icon. Click on add-ons here, go to get add-ons and type in. Once the search bar comes up, you're going to type in flat icon. Mine's already installed, but you will have an install button here. You'll click that and it'll put it into Google Slides so that when you go to add-ons, it will appear here. It's not called flat icon. It's icons for slides and docs in this dropdown. You just click start, shows up over on the right-hand side. And you can filter, you can put in anything if you want, I don't know, polar bear, type in a polar bear. I have no idea what's going to come up, but you can see these are all the different images you get. And this would be fun to do something like this. You can make your choice boards match the theme of your week. If you're working on Arctic animals or something, you wanted to use one of these for students to cover up a task when they completed, you click. Oh, some of them are premium. That one's a premium one if they have the little crown by them. So let's just choose one that isn't. So here's a little face here. You click on it and you choose the size you want it to be, and you can always make it smaller, but click on insert and then it will put it onto your template. So there it is. So if you wanted to use polar bears instead of my smiley faces, you just delete these, select them all. Oops, sorry, I have those grouped. So that's not going to work. But if you just go through, delete the happy faces, use the polar bears, and then you have a fun way to match your choice board to your theme. Okay. Another great add-on is Unsplash. If you do the same thing, and if you were doing a report or something, you could put in a real life photo, which is fun. And you can make that as one of your boxes here and replace the text. So here's an example that I did here. So I still have my flat icon open. I'm going to put a little polar bear here. And then you can put a link with this image. So if you wanted to link it to a video you wanted your students to watch, you would put the link in there. Once your students had watched the video, they could move their icon over the top of the box. Now, in the classroom, use these where my students just would color them in or put an X on them or highlight it any way that you wanted them to indicate that they had completed the task. Now, because the icons are stacked one on top of each other, they'll print out fine, but if you wanted to delete them, you could do that too. So they are stacked. You can tell if I move them, they're stacked one on top of each other. And you just need to use the align feature so that it looks like it's one never-ending pile of checkboxes or polar bear faces, whichever icon you're using. Select them all, click arrange, align, and it's a 2-step process. So first you want to align them to the center and then arrange, align, and then I always align them to the top. And now they're stacked right on top of each other and it looks like a single image. It's totally up to you. So I would love to see how you use these. You can tag me on Instagram at Bonnie Hannigan, or you can always send me an email at bonnie@bonniehannigan.com. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Enjoy.